You're watching In America Today. I'm Veronica Dudo. Chinese President Xi Jinping recently visited the Eastern Theater Command, which oversees the Taiwan Strait. Many analysts say the highly publicized visit highlights Beijing's concerns that the United States and Japan might intervene in the event of an attack on the island. For more, we're joined by Rico Danielson, a U.S. Army vet. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
So some military analysts say Beijing is trying to prepare for the possibility that the U.S. and Japan would intervene in a cross-strait conflict. Is that really a possibility?
Unfortunately, absolutely. It's a matter of time before Beijing and the United States get in some sort of conflict, unfortunately, some sort of war. Their defensive posturing throughout the whole years and many years of strategic alignment with warfare tools, equipment, and other countries have shown that they are pretty much an aggressor. And it's a matter of time that the United States will have to defend itself at some point.
Now, Xi Jinping and other senior Chinese officials have said they do not want war with the United States. In which direction are things moving?
That's a great question. With regards to which direction they're moving, they can say one thing in regards to not wanting war, but in the reality situation, their defensive posturing, their investment in strategic warfare alliances and in warfare technology have shown that, one, they're ready, and number two, that they're willing to go ahead and engage some sort of conflict, more specifically in Taiwan, so they can overreach their power, and which will probably enable Japan and the United States to do a foreign conflict resolution of some sort.
So that sounds very intense. And of course, the United States has pledged financial, military, and humanitarian aid to Ukraine and Europe. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, in Asia, you also have this situation. Do you think that maybe this isn't getting as much attention as it should?
Absolutely. So there's a reason they call the Chinese and also the area sleeping dragons, because there are subtle movements and nobody's really paying attention. But then again, the United States has been at war in two different countries for over 10 to 15 years at one given time, Iraq and Afghanistan. So we're no stranger to playing on multiple theaters of operation. This does put a financial strain and also a moral strain on the United States. Of course, we don't want to be in war, but unfortunately, we've had the blessed curse that we were very proficient at war, and finding two different areas wouldn't be a problem.
Now, we know in the spring, Xi Jinping had said that he is preparing China for war. Do you think this is just a precaution, or should the world take him seriously?
So it should be both. He's being very precautious, but he sees the lay of the land. He reads the warfare, current warfare strategies that's going on. He sees how the United States has been gainfully engaged in warfare. He knows his opponent. He knows his enemy very, very well. So I think it's a matter of time before a conflict gets kicked off with that. He's doing the right thing, unfortunately, as a president, as a figure of his country, that he's always keeping his country prepared for war, and which you always want to do. And the United States has always been prepared for war. So if and when this happens, it'll be an interesting dogfight.
So speaking about that, in terms of, potentially comparing the different branches from the two different countries, how do they stack up in your opinion?
So the United States definitely has been in war for different areas for a very long time. When you talk about Russia, that's more of a conventional war. You're talking about tank to tank, troop to troop. You're talking about hand-to-hand combat and engaging your enemy. You've seen the whites in their eyes, right? Now, when you look at it from the Chinese perspective, they're more than likely going to try to leverage as much satellite technology, ship technology, UAVs, any type of mechanical technology to gain the leverage they can in the battlefield, which is good and bad. Good because they're going to use dispensable assets. Bad that they're not going to be able to get the experience of a real warfighter technology and a real warfighter presence on the battlefield. So they'll more than likely lose all that.
Rico Danielson, a U.S. vet, thank you so much for sharing your insight.
Thank you. Thank you.